All right, Las Vegas. You wanted the best. Well, yeah,
They
here
didn't
we
make it.
are.
So here's what you get.
That should be how we start out our show. You wanted the best. Well, they didn't fucking make it. So here's what you get.
From the internet.
Guns and radio. Maybe next season when we rework the intro, we can work that in somehow.
Yeah, man. Is McBob on Cameo? I'd pay him to do that.
Fuck that. We got AI now.
That's true. I mean,
I
AI
bet
is
Franz
literally
can do
making
it.
albums for fucking artists now. Like, I don't know if you've seen the stuff with the fan made stuff for Oasis and the Beach Boys.
I have
It's
not,
maddening crazy.
but I've been seeing the stuff Franz is making in our Discord.
Oh, that shit's nuts, man.
Yeah, some of the
Listen, if
Axel rants he created. He made one where they're ranting against Team Brazil. Did you see that?
yeah.
It's Axel's like, stop
Only this
wasting my
shit goes down in
time.
our Discord, man.
I
Only this
love
guy's
it
gonna
though.
do shit.
It's
Oh, I
crazy
love it
shit.
too. Yeah. Listen, if Axel doesn't want to get in the studio, AI is going to do it for him, so that's fine. We're going to finally get the general, damn it.
The general.
Yes.
I wonder how that's going to work out.
I wonder too.
Well, we got a lot of fun things to talk about today, and we're going to play a game. We're going to talk all kinds of cool shit, and then our song of the day is going to be So Long Sin City by Slash, but not featuring Nas Kennedy and the Conspirators, I don't think, anyway.
No, this was a different song that he did the score for a movie. So this is one of the tracks from it, I believe. I think it's probably the only track with vocals. I'm not sure.
From
I have
the
to look
movie?
at yeah, from this like very like small, very unknown movie.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll find out today on the Guns and Radio podcast.
Listen, motherfuckers, to the show that should be heard. Download on your smartphone the show that you deserve. Streaming fucking bullshit, you know that's what we are. Pocket full of madness, isn't that absurd?
You know, before the show, I found this article about Def Leppard's Rick Allen getting attacked, and you said that happened like last week or
Yeah, because we're looking through like news and stuff to talk about, and I saw. I think it's. I had it here a second ago.
I got it right here.
You got it right here, yeah, because it says it was from like March or something. Yeah, Rick Allen gives health update following attack. It says the incident occurred on March 13th.
Sorry, I was getting it.
Yeah.
I was getting it together here.
Of course, he'd be attacked in fucking Florida. Those people are meth heads.
What the fuck? Who attacks a guy with one arm?
Pussies and fucking meth heads.
I mean, dude, you got about be a pussy to fucking attack, especially at his age. Not only a man with one arm, but an older man too, like with one arm. I didn't know this had happened, but
yeah. So the description here, it says he was taking a smoke break outside the Four Seasons. Man ran toward him at full speed, striking him and knocking him backward. Then he slammed Rick Allen's head on the ground, causing injury.
Oh, shit.
Jeez.
Well, this is from Loudwire, and it says, this is Rick Allen's tweet that I believe is what they're referencing. Thank you all so very much for all of your love and support over the last month. I'm still recovering and getting my mind and body ready for the upcoming Def Leppard tour. I just wanted to say hi and let you know there will be rock.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, he's getting better. And it says that a 19-year-old man was arrested the same day in connection with the incident and is facing a charge of abuse to the elderly or a disabled adult without great harm. Yeah, good.
Good.
He was bonded out of jail, according to records. No motive was given for the attack. Well, he's got to be crazy.
Yeah. More like meth head for sure.
Yeah, well, same thing.
Yeah. That's true. Smoking them bath salts.
I know, dude. Like, who would do that? Like, these days, knowing what we know about it, like bath salts, meth, crack, all that shit. I don't understand how people still do it in the first place. Like, all you got to do is take a look around, and you'll see like one with the fucking fucked up teeth and shit.
Yeah. Drugs are bad, okay?
Okay.
Okay, kids.
No, don't do drugs. Don't do
Don't do
drugs,
drugs.
babe.
Only do the legal ones.
Illegal ones or legal ones?
No, I'm saying legal ones. Not the...
What, like Tylenol and shit?
Yeah. Or like smoke some weed, man.
I wonder what over-the-counter shit is legal in Canada that's illegal in America.
A lot. I mean, you guys come for your prescription meds here, so.
Oh, you can get... I'm sorry, you can get prescription meds over the
Yeah.
counter?
Well, I've heard stories of like, people jumping the border over here to get the medicine for cheap or something.
Yeah, I'm sure your medicine is cheaper because, you actually care about your citizens.
Yeah. Well, to an extent, we do.
Oh.
The free healthcare is there, except the hospitals are always flooded with shit. So, we just don't staff
I'll
them
just build more
properly.
hospitals then.
They do, but there's still never enough nurses or anyone on staff. So that's the real problem.
Do they not grossly overpay them like they do in America?
No. Well, they did get a pay bump during like the pandemic, but then they just said, "Oh no, now it's over. We're not going to do that." So, yeah.
Trudeau's sick of y'all talking shit about him, man.
Trudeau's busy fucking being an unethical asshole. So, not on my favorites on my list right now. So
still haven't forgiven you. There was a time where he was the be all end all, man. Even we was looking like, oh, come on, trade with us. We had Trump,
You don't want Trudeau. He's not that great.
How often do you elect a new prime minister?
I think it's usually every like 5 years, or unless like the government calls for an election.
So you think he'll get voted back, or?
Well, we'll see. I think the last time they got a minority, so like if they do, they'll probably get barely a minority government. Like they won't have full power to do anything. They still got to go through all the other parties.
Minority? What's that mean?
Yeah, it's like with Canadian politics, it's basically, it's all made up of like seats in our House of Commons there. So you have to get a majority of those seats in the House to basically, when you have majority government, you don't have to go like through anyone else. You can just do whatever the hell you want.
Okay.
Majority government, like, no, whatever. But minority government, you still have to like, you can't like all those parties, depending on how many seats they have, still have like a say in like what you can pass and do and whatnot. So.
So I mean, that's pretty much how America works.
Yeah, in a way.
Everybody,
Yeah.
like most presidents we get are just a party puppet.
Yeah.
Like Joe Biden. That's why. Obviously, it ain't that hard to be president since a guy that's got dementia can do it. But
yeah, you just got to be 75 and older than crust.
I think that we should change that rule. In America, you have to be 35 to run for president. I think we should lower that to like maybe 25 because we keep getting all these old fogies in place. And I think we should put an age cap at 50 that you can serve office because all these old fogies get in place. And then they fuck everything up for younger people like me. And exactly. It's like, you're going to be dead. You're in a couple of years. You're fucking up our world, not yours.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
I just blame the boomers. That's all.
That's the only people we elect around here for some damn reason. Yeah. I don't know why.
There's too many of them. Start going extinct. Let's go, man.
I get why Joe Biden got elected because it was either him or Trump.
Yeah.
And I mean, I voted for him. Okay, let me put it this way. I didn't vote for Joe Biden. I voted against Trump.
Mm.
So I was going to vote for whoever the fuck they put. It could have been fucking anybody short of Hitler. And, yeah, I would have voted for him. But it could have been Satan.
Should have voted Kanye.
Kanye. Oh, don't you tempt me. I don't know, man. Kanye or Trump. I don't know which one's crazier. I'd rather have an unstable president. Like, when I say unstable, I mean like, okay, I would rather have a president with dementia than one that's just flat out psychotic.
That's true.
And, like they're talking about how other countries like Brazil and stuff have started moving their money through China instead of America as a standard currency. And the American dollar, is starting to lose its worldwide value. Who could fucking blame them? Look at the last 2 goddamn presidents we sent to them.
Yeah.
Who is like, do I trust you with my entire nation's finances? I get it. Like, of course not.
Yeah.
Like, if I went to a bank and the first teller that I got was a racist orange fucking Oompa Loompa looking dumbass that openly talked about how much he hated Mexicans and how he sexually assaults women. And here I am with my life savings about to go into this account. Okay, fine. So I took the racist, and now it's a couple of years later, and I'm going to check in, and the guy's got dementia and is like tapping on the screen instead of using his keyboard, or wondering or trying to type something up on a typewriter. It's not connected into it, and wondering why it won't connect to the internet. That kind of shit.
Click options. Where's options, son?
Am I going to keep my money in this bank and run the risk of coming back next year to see what bullshit they're going to present me with when it comes to checking on my life savings? Or am I just going to find another bank?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm on the Dwayne Johnson 2024 train, so let's go with that.
I mean, might as well.
Might as well.
Might
The
as
Rock
fucking
can
well.
do no wrong, man. He's like the most like positive dude. Like, I don't know if anyone hates him. I just think he's a bland actor, but that's all right.
He plays The Rock in every movie.
Pretty much. I'm like,
I mean,
just do a people's elbow and I'm satisfied. You have my $10, whatever.
I mean, he's in stuff like, what was it, Tooth Fairy, or no, not Tooth Fairy, that I'm thinking of.
Early in his career.
Get Shorty.
Yeah.
Where he played a gay bartender, and that was a big fucking deal at the time. Well, he didn't like, not just because, most men who were masculine would refuse to play a gay character back then. It was looked at a little differently. Times were different. Wasn't okay, still not okay. All that good stuff you're supposed to say right there. I did hear this. Speaking about times being different, check this shit out. So while I was on Loudwire, I saw this article that says rock and metal musicians are reacting to losing their blue check marks on Twitter. I got to be honest. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Did they just take them all away from everybody?
Yeah. So basically now freaking Elon Musk is like, oh, you want your blue check mark, whatever. You got to pay your fucking $8 a month shit. And I'm just like, that's so stupid because like now someone can like impersonate anyone. Oh, there's a very blue check mark. It must be the real them. And like, bro, literally you can like now ruin a celebrity's life on Twitter. Just pretend to be them, have a blue check mark, and just tweet racist shit. And there you go. You just got them canceled for life.
I don't know. I don't think anybody would buy it. But it says here, under Musk's leadership, Twitter users can apply for verification through Twitter Blue, a system blue check marks requires a fee from the person getting verified. The required amount is reportedly different based on if you're a user or a business organization. So let's see who all's lost theirs. Mike Morton from Lamb of God, Tommy Lee from Motley Crue, Zach Myers from Shinedown. Oh, I just saw him. He was at that Joan Redd concert.
Yeah, he was.
So yeah, a lot of people are pissed off about this blue check mark situation.
Yeah, because it's like something
they're not really. It's mostly sarcasm. Like this is. I'm going to show on screen real quick, but I'm not going to fuck with the name tags or anything. Like this is what Mark Morton posted. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Very sarcastic.
And then for those of you listening, because we just figured out this week that most of you are on Pandora. He says, not my blue check mark, and he's got like a laughing face, and then he posted the gif of the little kid on the ground kicking and screaming. And Tommy Lee said, oh no, my blue check is gone. How on earth will I ever survive? And then it's a gif from Zombieland where
Crying
Woody
with his
Harrelson's wiping his tears away with $100 bill.
Oh no, how will my fans know that it's a verified account posting pictures of my dick?
Yeah. Zach Myers seemed to be the most pissed. He said, me and the band lost our blue check marks today. Can't wait for someone's aunt to get scammed into sending fake me some Apple gift cards. Kudos, Elon Musk, you cunt. I still love Tesla, though. Kisses.
I mean, it's not wrong. I mean, at this point, we're all going to get fucking scammed.
The Who says no one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue ticks.
See, that's creative. Whoever's running their socials is fucking smart.
Wolves at the Gate said, we can verify that we are no longer verified, but can you truly say that this statement is verified? We'll wait for verification. So Yellow Card posted a meme. It's the old lady being walked by a younger lady, and it says, I used to be verified on Twitter. And then she says, sure, Grandma, let's get you back to bed.
Yeah, remember when being verified on Twitter was like a badge of fucking honor that you had to work to get to? Now it's like,
Yeah.
oh, just here, give me $8 a month and they'll give it to you anyways. It's just so stupid.
So Chris Jericho responded with a screenshot of another Chris Jericho account from a person named Anna Marie. She said, see, I thought this was the actual I Am Jericho, and I was cheering that I got to follow back. But since there's no blue tick, and I noticed the underline, this whole blue tick thing, it's going to confuse me. And Jericho replied, I think the 0 followers should limit the confusion.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, that's pretty good. Brian Garris wrote, well, my blue check mark is gone. I'm going to need some time to recover. And Adam Wakeman, God, I'm fucking up everybody's name today. Twitter and Instagram had refused to send me a verification tick every few years that I applied, so I'm feeling a little smug right now. I don't want one anymore.
Exactly. Because now anyone who has like a Twitter fucking check mark is gonna get that meme sent like, oh, haha, look, this guy paid for Twitter. Ha.
Yeah. Oh, Wolfgang Van Halen just posted the Silver Surfer.
This fucking Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen.
Oh, is that not the Silver Surfer?
No, it's Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen, bro. He's like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, so apparently a lot of people have a lot to say about it. I'm trying to skim through and try to pick out some that just M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold just said, let the fun begin.
Exactly. At this point, you might as well. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it is kind of dumb. The whole I don't get it all. Like I mean, I get selling the blue check mark.
Mhm.
I get making it something you pay for because it's something that, which really it's the only thing on Twitter that anybody wants.
Yeah.
I don't know why you can't make other badges and things like people who signed up in the first year that Twitter was there, call them OGs and give them an OG tick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like do something for people that achieved 1 million followers or something like that. You know what I mean? Like make some more of them. And, you know, this whole thing might could be avoided. But I think anybody should be able to be verified as long as, because they do the verification where they tell you something to write on a piece of paper, and you have to take a picture of yourself holding it.
Yeah.
And then a person will review the picture and make sure it's real. But nowadays with AI,
Yeah. In Photoshop.
Who knows? Yeah, I don't know how they would go about proving one way or the other.
Yeah, it's tough, man. With this shit nowadays, Twitter's a landmine anyways, and I barely use it. So
I get on there from time to time. I do like to tweet from time to time, but I don't really get interacted with very much on Twitter, so I don't bother.
Yeah, I mean, we only have it really just for like the podcast here. I mean, give us a follow. We don't have a blue check mark.
Yeah.
So fuck it, follow us anyways.
I love we say this as we have our Twitter accounts and our name tags at the bottom.
Yeah. Also, from time to time, I'll say some shit, but I mean, like, I gotta really proofread myself before I say something really stupid.
Yeah, and you never know what's going to be offensive in 20 years.
Exactly. I'm just like, oh,
they'll
do I
try to
say
cancel
this?
you for it.
And it's like, does it come off right in like a tweet or a text? Like,
and they'll take your shit out of context.
Exactly. I don't want to fuck with that.
Fuck it, not worth it.
No.
But yeah, that's what we got for the news today. I do want to say something though. This week I attended the first ever Cult of Shags meeting on for KCMQ, and I want to say a big shout out to Shags and Trevor. Thank you for having me. I appreciated that. That was very fun. And then so I had a friend of mine who was getting on these dating apps, right? And she didn't understand the assignment with Tinder. She thought it was like Bumble. So this guy showed up on a date a few months ago, and the first thing he said to her was, "Let me see your tits."
Jesus God.
And I know, right? I was like, "What?" That's his. Well, it wasn't his opener, but it was within the first 5 minutes of her sitting
God!
down.
Wait a few hours, damn it!
Like right there in the bar. Like,
give it a few drinks. Come on, maybe you have a chance, but like, come on.
He's a busy man, I guess.
Yeah, jeez.
But so that happened, and so we've been waiting on her to get another date, and the guy she's been talking to lately has been a total creep. But she was going to go out with him anyway.
No,
because like maybe he's just nicer in person.
No, they're not. I swear.
Yeah, so it was like, why don't we do this? Why don't you go on the date, and me and the other girls will go too, but we'll be at another table, a few tables over, so we can watch the madness go down.
Oh yeah.
And then when this blows up in his face, like I know what it was gonna do, you come over and just sit at our table, and we'll just continue our day over here. And we'll all get tacos.
That's a plan.
So what's funny was I named the restaurant The Date because I was like, that don't work for me. That day don't work for me. It was like a date with me. It was like I was booking the date, and I was doing this just to be funny because I didn't think we were really going to go through with it. And then later on, I come back on one of my breaks to her cubicle, and she goes, "All right, I've messaged him. The date's set." And I was like, "Oh, you really did that? I was just fucking kidding." So we went Friday after the Shags and Trevor thing, and he no-showed.
Douche.
And she's like, "Well, he lives in Chicago and he's traveling for business." And I said, "Married. He is fucking married."
Oh, dude, there's a high chance.
I am 100% sure this dude is married.
Yeah.
And is using Tinder or whatever to cheat on his wife. He was calling her honey.
Oh, God.
I hadn't even met yet, by the way. And the dude's calling her honey.
Oh, God.
So that was when I was like, oh, yay. This is going to be hilarious. But yeah, he no-showed, and we all had a wonderful time without him. I want him, the guy listening, if you're listening to this, guy who was supposed to be on that date, I want you to know you broke my heart. I set you up in my favorite restaurant. You broke a lot of hearts, and I don't think you're going to get a second chance. Of course, it's up to her.
Not anymore.
You really did it, guy. You really fucked up.
You done fucked up now, boy.
Speaking of people that fucked up, you want to get into our bit for this week?
Yeah, let's get into it. Some Sin City Vegas themed shenanigans in honor of our song this week, So Long Sin City.
That's right. So what we have done here, I'm going to show this on screen. We're, as you can see, I was too lazy to get a whiteboard or something, and instead opted to just do this in Photoshop.
All right.
But here, I'll at least do this. Maybe that'll take care of some of the pain. I don't know.
All right.
Maybe we can move this down. So each one of these icons, we're going to do, what do you call this, a tier system? I know it's popular with video gamers.
Yeah, so this is like similar to like that template on, I believe it's called like tier list or tiermaker.com or something. Everyone makes their tiers. So we're doing like a little tier list ranking. I'm like jumping over my words here. So this was actually your idea. So I'll let you go on and explain further.
We're gonna rank them. We're gonna put them in either S, which is superb, super duper, amazing, awesome. The highest tier is tier S, and then
Yeah.
it goes A, B, C, and D. So like A tier is still like the best, but this is
Mhm.
better than the best. You know, S
Yeah.
has got to be better than the best. Like it's got to be just absolutely legendary.
Hell yeah.
But A is still like that's like your 6 stars from Dave Meltzer is the
Yeah. It's like your S tier in like Street Fighter.
yeah, sure. I don't know video games, but so I'm going to read you a series. Now these all come from an article I found on Did You Know Facts called 16 Wild Stories from People Who Work in Las Vegas. And we're going to read these stories. I'm going to read 10 of these. I've picked out the top 10 that they've got on the list here. If you want to read all 16, feel free to head over to their article and check it out.
All right.
But we're only going to do the first 10 for time. Some of these are really short and some of these are really are a little long. So we're going to start out with this one. This is a short one.
All
As
right.
you can see, I've chosen for the graphic here, or the icon, some mozzarella sticks, and you're going to see why here.
All right.
This one's titled "Do What You Got to Do," and this guy just says, "I witnessed a woman stuffing mozzarella sticks down her pants at a buffet." First off, ow, because they're hot. If they're good. Second off, ew, because who wants the cheese remelted with your pants heat?
Yeah.
And since this is the first one, it's going to be a little hard because, you know, somebody stuffing mozzarella sticks is how we're going to judge, is this one crazy or not? Where do you think we should put? I do reserve the right to change our mind.
Okay. Yeah. Because we'll do one run through and then we can finalize the list after right at the end.
Yeah.
But if we're talking like crazy, this is more like people of Walmart kind of shit. Like if we're talking, you gotta be like something crazy, like, you know, something that would only happen in Vegas. You know, like the whole what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas kind of thing. So this one's kind of like, eh. I mean, it's
I think we can agree this is not A tier or S tier.
No, I'd probably throw it more like C. It's just like you got a good kick out of it, but it's just like also really weird. It's not like horrible, but like just like, oh god, people would do that. Gotta bring you to my hotel room, guys. Oh my god.
Yeah, let's put it in C tier for now.
Yeah.
And then we'll reserve the right to change our mind as we go along with some of these, which are for some reason staying blurry when I enlarge them. But you guys are who are listening on Pandora won't know that. So this next one is called Thief.
Ooh.
So one story involved a sex worker going into the room of a guest. She propositioned him in the casino. She apparently convinced this brainiac to take a shower before doing anything and proceeds to steal his wallet and watch and run out the door. He hears the door and chases after her, butt naked. We now have a naked man chasing a hooker down our hallways. They both managed to get an elevator at the same time, full of other guests, and the guy starts beating the girl right there in front of the horrified guests until the elevator hits the ground level and security could intervene.
Oh my fucking lord!
So yeah, that's why I've got a hooker with a ski mask, you know, like a robber.
This is like the day in the life of like Cardi B before she became a rapper.
I know, right?
Yo, holy shit! I mean, that's a pretty crazy shit, especially if you run after a chick and you're like fucking wangs hanging out.
Yeah, you're like,
he's like, that's some weird, like, I don't know. People are gonna interpret like, what the hell? Did this woman get like sexually accosted or something? Did a Weinstein occurrence happen here?
Oh no.
I mean, that is pretty like crazy though. I mean, like that is some very Vegas shit. It's definitely not S.
Is this A tier Vegas shit? I feel like this could be either A or B.
I feel like it's a very high B right now.
I'm gonna put it in between A and B for now.
Okay.
We'll put it in the middle between A and B for now. I don't know if that's allowed in these, but you know, it's our show. We'll make the rules. All right, so this next one is just called Classy.
Ooh.
A woman calls down requesting security to help her remove some unwanted guests. Apparently, she had been very drunk the night before and brought the two men to her room. They both spoke German and did not understand why she wanted them to leave. When the hotel manager asked if she wanted to press charges, she told them everything was consensual. She just didn't want them there anymore. So,
Okay. What?
is the Karen that hired a hooker, two hookers, and I've picked a Karen here to represent this woman for the let me talk to your manager feel to this.
She just had a change of mind. How was that?
Yeah.
What the
I
fuck?
can't understand their language.
Can you speak English? This is America, you fucking asshole.
I think from the last story we can attest that hiring hookers in Vegas is a normal occurrence.
Yeah, and it's also probably something you shouldn't do.
Yeah, probably. I would probably avoid it. Doesn't seem to work out for anybody.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I feel like this is a good strong B. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like it should be like a C.
You think this is a C tier?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards C because it's like, oh, I did, and then it's like you change your mind. And you just said, get the fuck out of my hotel room.
But nobody was naked.
Yeah, like see, that would be funny if they're about to, and then she's like, "Nope, I'm out," and then they're just there. I came here to get hard for nothing. What the fuck?
This bullshit.
That's a terrible German accent, but whatever.
Same here.
Yeah.
All right, so this next one is called Bad Move. And I'm going to read you the story. This one's one of the middle, not very long, but medium sized. I worked at a smaller casino that was more or less off of the Fremont, and that was in a low income area. So we would have a lot of guests like pimps, sex workers, and homeless people. The guests mainly were just people that would come in, stick a $5 bill into the slot machines while playing a penny at a time, and would end up drinking $20 worth of free alcohol on that slot. But to get back to the topic, the craziest thing I saw while working there was a guy proceed to get drunk and start demanding more drinks while screaming at the top of his lungs to this poor cocktail waitress. Eventually, security showed up, and the man proceeded to pee all over the all over the blackjack table.
Oh, fuck.
Destroying numerous chips and the table. Security ended up tackling him in the middle of the pit while he was peeing, and he knocked over multiple tables.
Oh, my God.
Now, it doesn't say who the man was because you couldn't tell because he was wearing sunshades. But we did find this picture of him. We don't know who he could have been. But
Vince Neil on Fremont Street? I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't really look like Vince Neil to me. He is wearing sunshades, though, so it's hard to tell who it could have been. It doesn't say who the mystery man is that did this. But so, man that pees on the blackjack table. I'm going to tell you, man, I think this one,
right there.
I was thinking maybe not in the legendary status, but kind of almost close.
That's very close. It's definitely a good case for an A or an S. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's throw it in the S right now. That's one of the best ones I've heard so far.
Put it in there.
Yeah, that's one of the better ones I've heard so far. So.
All right, number 5. This one's called Don't Care. Actually, let me get the icon ready for you so you can, if you're watching on Spotify on the video version, you'll see what our icons we've chosen are. And this is the next one. So this very old woman is playing slots. She was in a wheelchair and had an oxygen tank. She was clearly not there by herself. Her family was nearby. Well, she hits it big, and I mean big. Bells are ringing, lights are flashing. The entire room knows something big just happened. Casino staff and personnel swarm her, already getting out the paperwork for her to sign. The bells and lights are still going nuts. A crowd is gathering, and she is clearly not able to handle all of this. So her family steps in and start talking with the casino staff as the crowd just gets bigger. People start taking photos, and the bells and lights are still going nuts. Quietly off to the side, the old woman wheels her chair. She's not oblivious to what's going on, but she just clearly
Sorry,
doesn't
explain
care.
that. Yeah, I think there was a bit of an issue there.
Oh, did it throw me off finally? I was wondering when that was going to do that.
Yeah, because it threw me, and then I guess it just threw you off after. I don't know.
Well, maybe if I point these a little over here. We are having internet problems here today, so it's possible I got thrown off. So what was the last thing you heard?
Oh, I didn't hear any of it. You started to cut out right as you explained the story.
Okay, so this very old woman was playing slots. She had a wheelchair and an oxygen tank. She was clearly not there by herself, as her family was nearby. She hit it big, and I mean big. Bells are ringing, lights are flashing. The entire room knows something big just happened. Basically the crowd of people around her start to get bigger and bigger and bigger as people are wanting to take pictures. And the lights and the bells are all still going nuts. The staff comes out because it's something big enough she had to sign paperwork.
Yeah, it's probably a jackpot.
Yeah, she was there with her family and her family's, and then all of a sudden she disappears. They don't know where she is. And what had ended up happening was she had wheeled off through the mob of people that was gathering and started playing on a machine outside. Not giving a damn that she just won this huge jackpot. She just wanted to play slots in peace.
Yeah.
And that's the story of pissed off old lady in Vegas.
Fuck your money, kids. I just want to play the slots.
I kind of want to give her A tier just on principle because you got to respect that gangster.
Oh, absolutely. It's like, I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the game. The game of slots.
Get the fuck out of my way, people.
I'll go A on that one because that's just like, that's just fucking funny. I don't need this money. I'm going to fucking die here in this fucking damn stingy-ass casino.
So our next icon that I've chosen is a stoned police officer. And this story is called Everything is Legal Here. Oh, and I believe, this is about a medium-sized story. Okay. A guest came up to me while I was working and complained that people were doing lines of drugs in the lobby. I go to the lobby, and sure enough, there was a group of people from South America doing lines off of the table in the lobby.
God damn it, South America. Stop doing lines on the table.
I'm sorry. This should not be the icon for this story. Oh. We're going to move him back over here because this is we'll move it just down here for now. This is the icon for this story. I chose a picture of Gary Busey.
Yeah, Gary Busey looks like he's always doing fucking lines with something.
So I tell them, okay, so they're doing lines off of the table in the lobby. Not only that, but it's only noon.
Oh my fucking God.
I tell them, dude, you can't snort drugs here. And they seem annoyed. What do you mean? This is Vegas. Everything's legal here.
No.
I reply.
No. The most wild thing you could do is have a cigarette in the casino.
Yeah, or a prostitute. I think that's wild.
Yeah.
Prostitution is legal.
Yeah.
I said, no, drugs are not legal in Las Vegas. And they seemed genuinely surprised. And they continue, come on, this is Vegas. Let us do a line. Here, do a line with us.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I reiterate that drugs are still illegal in Vegas and that they have a private hotel that they can do cocaine in if they really want to. I still find it incredibly funny that my job entails telling guests to please not snort lines of drugs at noon in in broad daylight in front of us guests.
Did these people confuse Las Vegas for Amsterdam?
You know what? If he would have said, I'm tempted to put this, for my opinion, in A tier. Yeah. And if he would have said, dude, fuck you, this is Vegas, I'm doing my coke, it probably would. Right up next to grandma. But because of their confusion, I'm feeling kind of B or C-ish. Like, you should have known better, but...
Yeah. No, we'll go with B. Because it is pretty funny, but it's like these people are dumb as fuck. It's fucking hilarious to laugh at people's stupidity.
We'll put that in B tier.
Yeah.
All right. Now I think. Let me see here. Give me just a second. Let me see if this is the one.
All right.
Or did I skip a story? I did skip a story.
Son of a bitch.
So this next one is called Ouch. And this is the one for the stoned cop.
All right.
I worked in a club where some guy was high out of his mind, and he climbed up the fire escape on the side of the building, over the barriers, and then onto the roof that covers the valet area, where taxi cabs and limos pull up to drop people off. When the bouncers and the valet guys shouted at him to come down, he decided that instead of going back the stupid way he came, he would just climb down the fluorescent light bulbs on the side, which of course shattered under his weight, sending him down to the street and cracking his skull open on the pavement.
Oh.
He did not die, thank goodness, but his wife screamed about suing the club, and because we're going to be in big trouble for this because her husband is NYPD.
Your husband is NYP dumbass.
Yeah. Now, that's a pretty wild story. He did do drugs and climb up the side of a building.
Holy
as stupid as it was.
Jeez. Oh, God, what fucking drugs would cost him to do that?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. It just says he's high out of his mind. That could have been pot. That could have been anything in Vegas.
This guy took a zombie virus or something. He just became fucking lurker.
Yeah.
Did all that shit. Jeez.
And his wife was kind of Karen-y. Sounds like.
Jeez, yeah, it does sound like it. Yeah, my husband is. It's like those like dudes. It's like, my dad is a lawyer. I'm gonna throw your out. Shut up. Your fucking stupid fucking shorts and shirt. Get out of here. Go fucking blow each other on a boat, you pussies.
I don't know, man. Because of the Three Stooges nature, I'm tempted. I'm torn between S tier and A tier for this story.
I would say leave it for A, just because like the fucking Karen wife pissed me off. It's like, really?
Yeah, that can happen anywhere.
Do you know what your husband is doing? Are you blind?
Hopefully not snorting coke in the lobby of a hotel and then climbing up the side of a building.
And then saying, but this is Vegas. Everything's legal here. No.
I wonder if that's what he said. What? I got to come down, but this is Vegas. All right. So our next icon is the no public pooping sign that I happened to find.
All right.
I Googled public pooping when I was looking for this, and this is the only one I found I'm willing to show on the show.
Yeah.
This one says, even if we don't, I don't want to see it. I worked at a pool party last summer after a day of high heat and too much alcohol. My guest decided to pop a squat and poo in the back of the cabana he had just rented. That was a fun day. Lots of crazy stuff I've seen involves violence, mostly crazy fights that end in a bloody mess, or two men just go crazy in a fit of rage when they lose their life savings on a night of betting. It's a crazy city to grow up in. But specifically, what this person is saying is that their craziest thing in Vegas, their crazy Vegas story is they were working at a pool party and somebody pooped in the cabana. Pooping in the cabana at a pool party is our next tier to rank. Where would you put this one? I think I'm feeling like this could happen anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it between C and D since we can do that now.
Yeah. I'm just like, that's like, unless there's like a build before that, unless we know the pretense of why this man took a shit in a cabana, that could make it funnier, but like,
After, a few years ago, that video came out of that woman throwing her shit at people in Wendy's. So, I mean, you can see this kind of behavior anywhere, not just Vegas.
That's true.
So that's why I'm more tempted to put it in the D tier than the C. But, we'll put it in the middle there. Yeah. Because I feel like it's somewhere between those two. All right. Now, for this next one, I just want you to know I Googled Mexican douchebag, and this is the picture that it gave me. So
Why does it look like Adam Lambert a little bit?
Oh, it kind of does.
The face, it's the hair, it's the huge like high hair over there.
Well, if that's Adam Lambert, sorry, because
Either that or like Mexican Chris Angel.
Because when I Googled Mexican douchebag, this is what came up. I worked at a pool party last summer, and after oh wait, that's the wrong one. Here we go. So 2 young guys were here from somewhere in Central America. They come in at 4 a.m. They are expensively dressed with Rolex watches and obvious years of English classes, but no experience in actually speaking it. I'm guessing that they're privileged rich boys in their country and that they have an attitude where they are used to having servants.
Mhm.
And no, hang on one second. Sorry. Got a cat issue to deal with. Sorry, kitty. Not today.
Becky.
They're used to having servants and have never given a thought to how they treat other people and never once needed to pick up after themselves. Anytime they need something, they pound on the bar and yell, "Hey, hey, hey, hey," until I respond. It doesn't matter if I'm in a conversation with someone or making a drink. They do this every few minutes. And he insists on paying as soon as he orders. They order the 2 most expensive steaks on the menu. The less drunk one gets a beer. And the check is around $100. That's pretty good for Vegas.
Shit, that's not bad.
He looks at the tip portion on the credit card slip for a few seconds and then crosses it out as soon as he realizes what it means. The more drunk guy falls over asleep immediately after ordering, and after I put in the order and help one other person, the guy starts pounding at me to come over. I ask him what can I do for him, and he just stares at me. And I ask him again, and he says, "Where's the food?" He ordered 2 well-done 16-ounce steaks, and he's mad that it's been 3 minutes.
Oh, wow.
He stares at me anytime I'm in sight. If I make eye contact with him, he holds out his arms, wondering where the food is. The other guy wakes up, and they take turns going to the bathroom, probably 3 times each. Come back sniffing and rubbing their noses. Steaks come out, and these guys are hunched over their plates, shoveling food in as fast as it'll go. One guy gets a piece of fat from the rib he's eating and just hawks it into the plate, no discretion. He doesn't try to be quiet. He just spits it out. A few minutes later, his brother does the same thing. He loudly spits the food onto my bar, almost going over into my ice. And he sees me staring at him and quickly puts his head down and continues eating. I guess deep down he knows what good behavior is when he's just grown up in a situation where he does whatever he wants. They're slowing down and their heads get closer and closer to the plate, and they each still have a fork in their hand. The drunk guy passes out first, putting his hand into the food and rests his head on it. His brother is asleep with his head hanging, but in an upright position. I should probably wake them and tell them that's not allowed, but I want nothing to do with them. So I come back a few minutes later. The more sober guy is asleep, hunched over his plate with his fork in his hand. The more drunk guy has moved his hand and is now fully asleep with his face in the food. So I just leave. I walk around the bar again where there's another patron taking a picture with the guys. A cute blonde girl has her arms around them doing the devil horns. And the hostess is begging me to let her call security. She gets abused so much that she loves to be able to give a little bit back. Security comes and shakes
absolutely.
them both awake. Oh, yeah. Fuck that. I'd have called the cops. I'd have kicked them out. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if I run this place or not. You're not going to talk to me that way. Ever. No matter what my job is. So the drunk guy sits up with a piece of potato and a chunk of steak sticks to his face and then falls in his lap. His hand is covered in ketchup, which he then wipes all over his white shirt, and security sends them on their way.
You fucking idiot.
Rich Mexican douchebags. Well, it just says Central America, so I didn't know another Central American country, so I just chose Mexico. Where do the rich douchebags go, regardless of where they're from?
Rich entitled Central American D-bags.
You see a couple of those going to Guns N' Roses pretty frequently.
Yeah, but those are more South American, not Central American.
Yeah,
if you catch my drift.
Fair enough. Where should we rank this one? Because I feel like you can see this at just about any bar.
Yeah, but like, it's probably like B. It's just like I feel bad for anyone who has to be on the other end of that, like dealing with shitty people like that.
Yeah, definitely. I
Especially
hope you
these
go to
guys who are
hell
like,
when you die.
yeah, they're like, oh yeah, let me pay this shit right away, and then complain about it 3 minutes later. Like, it's not fast food, bruh.
Yeah. All right. So our last story is called Gambling Problems. And it says, and this one's a little bit of a long one. And I've chosen this psychotic looking woman with some poker chips as our thingy for this one. For those of you who don't know, there are slot machines everywhere here. Bars, grocery stores, gas stations, everywhere. That is true.
And a little
Everywhere.
airport.
Yeah, in the airport. Yeah. Most of these places don't own or maintain their own machines. Or sorry, they don't own their own machines or maintain their own gambling license. They lease all of that stuff out, and people like me would come around to maintain the machines, occasionally remove the money, and recount mostly from 7-Elevens in the wee hours of the morning. That was my job for 3 years, so I've seen some things. I've seen the same drunks you get on the strip, sure. But you don't really know the depths of addiction until you've seen the sort of people who are gambling in a North Vegas 7-Eleven at 4 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
I once heard, against my will, the life story of a woman who lost her home, lost her job, lost her husband's job, all to gambling.
Oh,
I'm guessing
God.
that they were a reasonably successful couple until she started feeding their 401k into the machines.
Oh, fuck.
I've heard this story before. They're a dime a dozen, but the part that made it stick was the ending. And this is in quotation marks. My husband doesn't even trust me leaving the house anymore, she said, feeding another 20 into the machine. Makes me take him everywhere, so it's harder for me to go to a casino. She motioned towards the small nook containing an ATM and a small, shabbily dressed child, maybe 6, sitting on a milk crate eating Cheetos. Tricks on him. These things are everywhere. She gave me a sly look like she had just shared a clever life hack about her ability to perpetrate her addiction. Was the equivalent to a clever new use for an empty paper towel roll or something.
What the fuck?
I could barely hold back the vomit. In theory, I'm supposed to report things like that, but in practice, those are, quote, good customers.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They don't care.
And in most eyes, and nothing ever changes. Thankfully, I got out of that industry.
Yeah. That's...
So it's the psychotic gambling woman who's already ruined her husband's life and continues to do so in spite of herself, who thinks she's clever despite her own stupidity. Where would you rank this?
I don't oh God. It's just like sad. People like that, man. It's just like sad and pathetic.
Kind of is.
C.
Yeah, I feel you, man. That one's kind of a bummer to end it on, but I think that's a pretty good place for it. All right,
Yeah.
so there we've got our tier system here.
Mhm.
Is there anything we should change or move around before we finalize this decision?
Yeah, I would say move the mozzarella stick thing and the fucking the pooping in the cabana all the way to D, because those are just
Okay, so we'll move those to D.
Yeah. C is fine where we're at right now.
All right, what about B tier?
B tier is fine. Remove the hooker. Getting chased by the dude with his dick out at A.
Yeah, well, that sounds like an A tier Vegas story.
Yeah, and then the old lady just walked away from her jackpot. Put that shit up to S tier, because that's goddamn that's like thug life right there. You see them like as the sunglasses come on, it's playing like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg in the background. That is thug life, like old vines and shit like that.
We don't give a damn. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair ranking.
All right, I'm gonna. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna merge the visible layers here. I'm gonna get this bad boy out, and we'll make this bigger, and we will save this as our tiers of Vegas stories there. So there you go. If you're watching on Spotify, there's our final verdict. We hope that you enjoyed this ranking system here. I enjoy as much as we enjoyed making. Maybe we'll do another one of these in the future.
Definitely. I'm down, man. We could do some more like music related tier lists. Anything random tier lists. Like, I mean, everyone does like music shit though. I mean, it'd be cool, whatever. But like, whatever we can think of, we'll put them in a tier and just say let's rank this shit.
We did naked guys chasing hookers and pooping in a fucking cabana as our this is our ranking system. So
yeah,
which is why we had to have 10. Like, you know, our normal 3 to 5 items in a bit wasn't going to work for this system here.
yeah.
But there you go. There's what we think. So what do you think? I don't know. Hit us up on Discord. Leave a comment on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that good shit.
Oh, that good.
So yeah, man. But before we leave the great city of Las Vegas here with our show today, I do believe that actually, let's go ahead and pull Slash up and let's say so long to Sin City for this Vegas themed episode.
Yeah.
What say you, Chris?
Let's do it. Let's get right into our review.
Now, who is Mark Lanigan again?
I don't know. Let me look this up. Hang on.
I don't know either.
American singer-songwriter. Let's see. Mark Lanigan, American. First becoming prominent as the lead singer for the early grunge band Screaming Trees. He was a member of the Queens of the Stone Age as well. And a member of the Gutter Twins. What is he doing right now, though?
So if I was going to know who this was, it would be from Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah. And unfortunately, though, he passed away February last year.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's sad, but I mean, sorry to hear that. Let's see what we had. I can't see this playing in a movie as they drive away from Vegas with the city lights in the desert, as they drive into the desert with the lights getting smaller in the background and shit.
Yeah, kind of.
Got a very Pink Floyd feel, too.
A little bit, yeah.
So long, Sin City, so long. You've seen me crying. While I know this life was lonely, oh yeah, I know this life was sweet. Goodbye, my love, goodbye. I am leaving the table.
I mean, I'm digging it, but it does sound like the Pink Floyd song.
Oh, very much so. Or like an idea Slash never got around to using for Miles and his band.
Maybe.
So this sounds a little Slash. Like it is Slash, but it does sound very much like something you would write with the Conspirators. It sounds a little bit like Back from Cali.
Similar, yeah, I can hear that.
Nothing waiting except a ghost and its mystery, and time as it be. Oh, make it all rain down below, fall from the sky, make it fall till I'm blind.
And what movie was this from?
So it's from a 2010, 2011 movie actually called. So it's called This Is Not a Movie, a Mexican experimental science fiction comedy starring Edward Furlong. So it's basically he plays one dude with 3 different personalities, and he prepares for the end of the world by sequestering himself in a Las Vegas hotel while he grapples with existential questions.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, and if you know Edward Furlong, he played John Connor in Terminator 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
The kid?
so that was 13-year-old Edward Furlong. It was John Connor.
I guess that's him in the picture here on the slideshow that they included with the video that we stole off of YouTube.
Maybe I'm not sure.
That looks like John Connor in the eyes.
It could be. I think so. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
But I can see.
Like if I played this and told you it was a Pink Floyd song,
yeah, I wouldn't bat an eye.
yeah, you wouldn't question it at all.
Somebody said nothing is waiting except the ghost and his history. At time as the enemy. Oh, make it all rain down below. Fall from the sky. Make it fall till I'm blind. From the tears in my eyes. So long. So long.
Before we get into what I feel like is we're building up to a badass guitar solo, hopefully. You want to read us some lyrics?
Yeah, I do have the lyrics here. We'll start from the top. So long, Sin City, so long. You see me crying, well, I know this life was lonely. I know this life was sweet. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye, I'm leaving the table. Let the drinks and the cards flow. Let them flow like Jesus' blood.
Well, that's fucking morbid.
Yeah. I guess it sort of fits in, I guess, with like the theme of the movie about like, this dude with multiple personality disorder basically having an existential crisis, it seems like. So there you go.
And of
Fits
all
in
the
well.
places to do it, he chose Vegas.
Yeah. Well, better than Atlantic City.
Or Biloxi, Mississippi, or
Biloxi.
you can gamble in Missouri. I think they have casinos in St. Charles, but or close to St. Louis. But you don't drink here. Like they don't let you drink for free in Missouri. So yeah, I'll never gamble in your casino. If I'm going to give you my money, you're going to give me something for it.
Yeah.
So good job, Missouri, fucking that up. Can't wait to see what you do next.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit play.
Do it.
That is such a Pink Floyd fucking Comfortably Numb guitar solo.
Yeah, very similar. I don't know, man. It was Slash going back to the days when Revolver covered Money by Pink Floyd?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That sounded very similar to the guitar solo to Comfortably Numb.
Yeah, very similar in ways. I'll give you that.
There's nothing waiting except the ghost and its mystery. And time as the enemy. Oh, make it all rain down below. Fall from the sky. Make it fall till I'm blind. From the tears in mine. Somebody said nothing is waiting except the ghost and its history.
I'm getting tired of this pretty quickly. I really hope he wraps it up.
Yeah, I think it's coming to an end soon.
Fall from the sky. Fall till I'm blind. From the tears in my eyes.
So Long, Sin City by Slash featuring
Mark Lanigan.
Mark Lanigan.
Yeah.
I guess I'm saying that right. Or Lanigan.
Yeah, I think either or. Lanigan. I don't know. It's an Irish line.
Lanigan sounds better.
Yeah.
Well, nothing to do now but to rate the song and give our final thoughts. Who's going first on this one today?
I'll I'll take the dibs. I'm going first. So,
all right, what you got?
Pretty good for a Pink Floyd tribute song, I guess. It's not like a terrible Slash track. It's not like the best Slash track ever. It's like somewhere in the middle. It's okay. It's cool. Is it something to go out of your way and listen to? Maybe once or twice. You can give your own opinion on it, but it's okay. It's not terrible. I don't know. Slash doesn't really make like really cringy, bad, terrible music. Unlike some other members of his former band. Yes, we if you're an avid listener of the show, you'll know who we're referring to. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not terrible. It's at like a minimum 3 out of 5 for me. I maybe would listen to it if I could like find it somewhere on a streaming service or something. But like, it's not anything like to go crazy and write home about. It's a decent Slash song. Very much bluesy, Pink Floyd-esque. So it's something definitely worth a listen.
I'm in a similar boat. I think this is more of a Pink Floyd song than a Slash song.
Absolutely.
It's not bad, I mean, for what it is, but if I'm going to grade it as a Slash song, am I going to take, I don't take away really points for covers or anything like that. I try not to anyway. It just really depends on what they're covering. You definitely know this is, they probably tried to, I think what probably happened was this song was written specifically for this movie, and they probably tried to get Pink Floyd, and then for whatever reason they couldn't. So when they wouldn't do it or they couldn't do it, they used the money to get both Slash and this guy. Yeah. And I'm going to say that's probably not what happened, but just based on the evidence provided, I kind of think that's similar, very, very close probably to what happened. But as far as it goes, I mean, it wasn't awful, though. It wasn't a terrible song. I'm going to put it right in the middle. I'm going to give it 2.5. Okay. I'm not a huge Pink Floyd fan. I've never dropped acid before, and most of the time their music bores me.
Never dropped acid before. Put that shit on your gravestone.
I mean, I've always wanted to try it. It looks really fun, but I've just never done it. So
I don't know. Me, I prefer my lasers with EDM, not with rock and roll.
I don't know, though. Like I said, never dropped acid. So.
Yeah.
Who knows? Pink Floyd might be the greatest thing in the world after I have that experience.
Yeah, if you listen to Dark Side of the Moon while watching Apocalypse Now, it sticks together, man.
I've done that with The Wizard of Oz. I've done it with a couple of other albums that people say sync up really good with other movies. But we should do that one day. We should watch a Dark Side of Oz on here and see how that goes for us.
Yeah, we gotta find a movie that'll line up with Chinese democracy really well.
Damn it! What would it be funny if it was something stupid like Dazed and Confused or some shit like that?
Just put Tommy Wiseau's The Room and Chinese democracy.
Yeah, there we go. Let's just say that those sync up, and let's do it anyway.
It also really syncs up well with Manos Hands of Fate.
Oh, Manos is in the public domain.
Oh, fuck.
And I am still a little pissed off about being stood up by the host on my other show. So,
yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Manos the Hands of Fate was going to be our next radio drama on Halloween, like we did the Night of the Living Dead a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. Didn't get it done in time. So I just kind of quit working on it. Sorry. But anyway, I'll tell you what we're not going to quit working on. Awesome podcasts like Guns Radio just for you. Woo. And next week on the show, we're going to review another song. But how shall we know what song for us to review next week on this amazing podcast, Christopher? If only there was something I could do.
There is something you could do. It's called, I got 3 words for you. Spin that wheel.
Oh, this one?
down on the farm.
Oh, all right. Back to some spaghetti incident.
Hell yeah, some spaghettiness.
Yes.
Gonna be happening here next week down on the farm. Was that Sex Pistols that originally?
Oh, fuck. I don't remember.
I don't fucking know.
I think
either.
it was. Well, you know what? We will get the information and we'll find out next week, man. So come join us next Monday. We're going to be listening to some Axl Rose in his Cockney accent, you know, going down here on the farm.
Down on the farm. Bye. We'll have plenty of times for buys.
Yeah. So we're gonna hear the inspiration for Axl on Silkworm / Absurd, where he does the voice there. Same too.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Well, at least in the demo version, the 2001 version, it was very much like "Listen, motherfucker, that song no should be hard." Then on the one that eventually got released, it's just like eh.
Yeah, I like the one that got released better than any of them, to be honest with you. But I do miss the "What could I do with a bitch like you" line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that, but I'm sorry, Jeff. It's not better than Hard School. Oh, sorry, Jeff. That's an old rant that we had, which I put on TikTok. If you want to see.
Yeah.
I forget what episode it was in, but Bailey was there, so it was one of our live ones.
Yeah, I think it was when we actually reviewed when Hard School dropped, and we reviewed it. We did like a live show then or something. It was probably after that, or one of the episodes after, I think.
I know that we did a faux live show when Hard School because we all stayed up late that night.
Yeah,
when Absurd dropped, and we didn't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, come back next week for Down on the Farm. Be sure to come back on Friday, where we've got another episode of Music Video Fridays that's going to drop right here. And we have taped at least 2 new episodes of MVF for you, and we will we've got our selections made for next month when we sit down and we do another MVF taping. So that's going to be some new
lined up and loaded. This is going to be fun, man. Watch music videos and shoot some shit.
Yeah, every Friday on Music Video Friday, right here on the Gunsman Radio feed. You don't have to subscribe to anything else. But after that, be sure to come back on Saturday for Shotcast Saturday, where we pull another song out of the wheel and review it in a shorter time frame than what we normally do.
It was originally 15 minutes or less. It's sort of become 20 or less. So
yeah, because you can't never tell about us. We're crazy like that. Some of them are less than 10.
Yeah, we've had like 7-minute episodes of Shotcast. Like, the song sucks. We're out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. So you never can tell. It's going to really depend on our mood.
Yeah.
Which is fine by me. That's how we roll, baby.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see you next week, guys. And we're going to wrap up the show for now. So, like I said, be sure to come back next week. Until then, I am Dustin Bonez.
And I'm Chris Caputo. Next Monday, join us as we're going down here on the farm on Guns Radio. Still then, guys, stay safe. Peace out. Rock and roller.
Bye.